All right, everyone, ready to crack the code of the YouTube algorithm. We're going deep on this one, folks. Taking a look at this article, the YouTube algorithm. Latest updates and settings for 2024. You know, trying to figure out how to get your content seen, all those little tricks of the trade.
The secret sauce, right?
Exactly. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this deep dive is going to be packed with insights. And hey, even if you just watch YouTube, isn't it kind of cool to see how the sausage gets made? I mean, let's face it, the algorithm can feel like this mysterious beast, right? Like, why am I seeing this?
Total black box.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. As complex as it is, it all boils down to one thing. Getting people to watch more of what they love.
Okay, so engagement is king.
Engagement is king. And that's where things have really shifted. Remember the early days? It was all about clicks and views.
Just get those numbers up.
Exactly. Didn't matter if people watched for 3 seconds. But YouTube realized that ain't the point, right?
No, not really.
They flipped the script, started prioritizing watch time. Viewers are happy, algorithms happy, and get this, longer videos tend to do better on that front.
Hold on. Longer videos? I thought short and snappy was the name of the game these days.
Nope. Articles specifically called out videos over 10 minutes. They tend to keep people hooked longer.
Wow, that changes everything. So it's not about how much you're churning out, but the depth of each piece?
Absolutely. It's a huge opportunity for creators who really care about quality.
And I bet viewers are happy about that too. Who wants to sift through a million fluffy videos? Not me.
Exactly. And that's the thing about quality. It all comes back to viewer retention. People bouncing off your video after a few seconds. Algorithm notices that.
Like a digital thumbs down.
But if they're glued to the screen until the very end, that's a sign you've struck gold.
It's like the algorithm is giving you a standing ovation. So how do we actually keep those viewers engaged? What makes content, truly captivating in the YouTube sphere these days?
Well, you got to hook them right from the start. Give them a reason to keep watching.
Kind of like what we're doing right now, right? Hopefully you're hooked on this algorithm talk. But seriously, beyond that initial spark, what are the secrets to structuring a video for maximum engagement?
It's all about that story, no matter what kind of video you're making, whether it's a tutorial, a vlog, a documentary, a good story just pulls people in.
And visuals, right? You got to have those stunning visuals.
Oh, absolutely. High quality footage, editing that flows, some eye-catching graphics, all those things make a huge difference.
It's like comparing a textbook to a blockbuster movie, One's just way more fun to experience.
Exactly. But even with the best story, the most stunning visuals, you still got to make sure YouTube actually knows your video exists. That's where the technical stuff comes in.
Right. It's like having this amazing piece of art, but it's hidden in a dusty attic. We need to put it in the Louvre, get some eyeballs on it, and the article really digs into those technical settings. Let's break it down.
Let's do it. Think of it this way. You've created this incredible content. Now you got to make sure all the tech stuff is working for you, not against you.
Give me the cheat codes. Where do we even begin?
Well, the article starts with the basics. Resolution and file format. Might seem obvious.
But important.
Crucial. You always want the highest quality possible, right? 1080p, 4K if you can swing it.
Yeah, nothing screams amateur hour like a blurry video in 2024. And file formats. Is MP4 still the gold standard?
MP4 is your best friend. The universal language of online video.
Got it. MP4 it is. So we've got our video looking crisp and clean. What about titles? How do you create a title that's catchy, clickable, and, doesn't make the algorithm cry?
The article had some solid advice on that. They recommend keeping it short, under 70 characters, so it doesn't get cut off on those search result pages.
Makes sense. You got to see the whole title.
Exactly. And of course, you got to sprinkle in those relevant keywords.
Got to appease the algorithm gods.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Your title should be like a good first date outfit. Intriguing, but you're not trying to catfish anyone.
I like that analogy. Keep it real with the titles. So we've got our catchy title. What about those video descriptions? Are those still important?
Oh, for sure. It's your chance to tell YouTube and viewers what your video is really about.
It's like the elevator pitch for your masterpiece.
Exactly. They suggested a nice, concise summary up front. And then you can get into the nitty-gritty details. Oh, and of course, keywords. Don't forget the keywords.
Keywords. They're everywhere.
Secret sauce, my friends. They're the secret sauce.
Speaking of secret sauce, let's talk about tags. Those always feel a bit like a mystery to me.
Think of them like those little breadcrumbs you leave for Hansel and Gretel, except it's for YouTube's algorithm.
Okay, so we're guiding the algorithm to our content.
Helping it understand what your video's about. so it can recommend it to the right people.
So the more relevant tags we use, the better our chances of getting discovered by the right people.
You got it. The article suggests a good mix. Some broad, some super specific, cast a wide net, but make sure those tags actually relate to your video.
No misleading the algorithm.
Exactly. Now, for the fun part, thumbnails. We already talked about that shocked face power, but there are a few other tricks to make them pop.
Hit me with your best shot. What are we talking about here?
High resolution. Got to be easy on the eyes. Because remember, you've got like a nanosecond to grab someone's attention as they're scrolling.
It's a fierce competition out there.
It's a jungle out there. Don't be afraid to experiment with fonts, colors, different graphics.
This is gold. Okay, so we've covered a lot. Resolution, formats, titles, descriptions, tags, thumbnails. Anything else we need to be thinking about in our YouTube settings?
Well, they talked about end screens and cards.
Yeah.
Those are great for promoting your other videos.
It's all connected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, no YouTube talk is complete without mentioning captions and subtitles.
Accessibility. Everyone deserves to enjoy great content.
Exactly. But it goes beyond that. Captions make your content accessible to a global audience. We're talking world domination, my friend.
It's amazing how these little tweaks can make a huge difference.
They really do. And, speaking of little tweaks, there were a couple more settings they highlighted.
It's amazing how these little tweaks can make a huge difference. What other settings did the article highlight?
Well, they actually kick things off with the category setting, which might seem obvious.
Because it helps YouTube understand what your video is about and recommend it to the right audience.
Exactly. But you'd be surprised how many creators just gloss over this step. Choosing the right category is like putting your video in the right section of a digital video store.
It's all about making it easy for viewers to find.
Precisely. The article also touched on privacy settings. Now, unless you're going for that whole secret society exclusive content vibe.
Which, hey, could be a cool niche for someone.
Totally. But for most creators, public is the way to go if you want the world to see your masterpiece.
Makes sense. What else did the article dive into?
Last but not least, they stress the power of enabling notifications for your subscribers.
Oh, that's a good one. Because what's the point of having subscribers if they don't even know when you've posted a new video? It's like throwing a party and forgetting to send out the invitations.
The perfect analogy. You've got to make sure that notification bell is switched on so your subscribers can stay in the loop.
It's like giving them a backstage pass to all your latest and greatest content.
Exactly. As we've journeyed through this deep dive, from those big picture strategies to these nitty-gritty settings, it's reminded me that the YouTube algorithm isn't this insurmountable obstacle.
It's more like a puzzle to solve.
Precisely. And like any good puzzle, the more we understand its intricacies, the better equipped we are to succeed.
This episode has been a masterclass in demystifying the YouTube algorithm. I feel like I've gained a whole new level of understanding.
Me too. And, for me, the biggest takeaway is that while understanding the technical side is crucial, it's only half the battle. The other half, creating content that truly resonates with your audience.
Content that lights people up, makes them think, makes them feel something.
Exactly. When we prioritize that human connection, the algorithm naturally follows.
It's like you always hear, make content for humans, not for algorithms.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that note, we've reached the end of our YouTube algorithm deep dive. Be sure to check out the original article, The YouTube Algorithm, latest updates and settings for 2024 for even more juicy insights. And as always, we want to hear from you. What resonated with you today? What questions are still swirling around in that brilliant brain of yours? Hit us up on social media and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, happy creating.